See how you're standing there? You should be, your posture should be better. Your back needs to be more upright. Actually, let's pause this right here. See this? This isn't good. This isn't good for the camera.
Okay.
So you got to get that right. That's just unacceptable.
So more like...
Yeah, straight up like that.
Okay.
You need to make direct eye contact. Right back here. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Skip, scoop. Try that. How? You got to have your shoulders in line. There you go. That's better.
Welcome back to Skip Scoop. Episode 5, we had a big weekend against Xavier this weekend. We had some standout performances this weekend. I think if we were to highlight one thing, Bucky, probably would be our starting pitching. What do you think?
Starting pitching was great, and I thought coming in the weekend it was probably a question mark, and a lot of guys stepped up. It was awesome.
And the real surprise, truly, for us this weekend was, well, as our PA announcer said, Todd Reagan. But really, Reagan Todd. How about his performance on Sunday?
He was phenomenal. He gave us exactly what we needed, and Sunday's been a little bit of an Achilles heel the past few years, so it was great to see him do that.
But also, offensively, I think David Greer, if you were out this weekend to see any games, David Greer showed why he is one of the best hitters in the Pac-12 conference. Andrew Schaps, kind of I don't want to say unknown because people saw him last year, but to me really set the tone and the tempo of how we want to play.
Yeah. He had a few catches I thought might show up on SportsCenter. I was looking for him last night.
Well, we maybe need to get on our video people about doing that. And then Andrew Snow, he just plays, Bucky. He just plays. He may not, doesn't seem like he practices much, but then when he shows up on game day.
He's a gamer.
He is a gamer.
Yeah.
So, well, with that, we thought we'd just give you a little insight and see what's going on around the clubhouse. So take a look.
Seven hits in a weekend doesn't necessarily come naturally. A degree of preparation can go along with that. So what do we got here? Should be good for chest hair.
What is that?
Barbicide. Dave's got the best flow on the team coming out of the jersey, so everything's got to be healthy, sanitized. More for good effort.
What's that?
Hydrogen peroxide. This makes him hit. Red hot. Everything about Dave is silky smooth. Keeps everything about Dave nice and flexible. Natural skin protector. Very special stuff.
So we're here, we've got one of our special guests, the #1 assistant coach, Coach Z. Look at him, Z. Getting ready to take on somebody here in the clubhouse in a little MLB baseball. What are you gonna do? You gonna kick some tail or what?
Yeah, I'm gonna kick somebody.
Well, we'll bleep that out there on Skip Scoop, but he's pretty competitive, as you can see. Right?
Yeah.
Give me some forks up. There we go.
So where do you stand amongst the team with ping pong?
Oh, it's not even close. I'm gonna destroy Reagan. He's like the second best on the team, but I'm gonna destroy him. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
See what, you know.
Yeah, we gotta wait and see what he's got to offer. I mean, he says he's pretty good, so we'll have to see how he plays.
Are you an offensive player or more of a defense?
I'm usually a defensive player. I kind of try and let them make the mistakes, and Snow's very aggressive, so we play against each other pretty good.
questions of the week.
No. Questions.
Bucky, it's time for questions of the week. This one comes from U-Town's dad in T-Town.
The U's dad. The U used to work here.
Give me
I
a
know
little
the
history.
U.
Okay.
The U just got married. Got a beautiful wife. Definitely overachieved.
Is in recruiting, how much stock do you place on the high school player ratings? I think it's something that, I don't know. I mean, it's all about tools, so we don't necessarily put a lot into the ratings. A good player is a good player. Have you ever seen a lower ranked player and said to yourself, this kid could really be something in a year or two? Absolutely, that happens all the time. I think just an old recruiting story, Kyle Schwarber's having a lot of recent success. Kyle Schwarber was not a ranked recruit, and I think he turned out all right. Number 4 pick in the country back in the day. So anyway, that very good question there. The U?
The U's dad. The U.
This comes from Scotty Marks, Madisonville, Kentucky. How tough is it for a two-way player like a Boydus to get his work in while juggling infield hitting and mound duty? Absolutely, it is a tough thing. We take that into account in practice and limit his throws. We actually, this past weekend, a lot of times he won't take infield, but it's just something you have to diligently monitor, but then he also has to diligently get his work in, and he's an awesome two-way player for us. A lot of success. Thank you for the question, Scott.
Skip, were you a two-way player yourself?
I absolutely was a two-way player. The only difference between like an Aboidus and me is that they diligently work. That's why I'm coaching, but it wasn't good enough for me either. This comes from Paul and Demont. Have you ever, or would you ever, encourage a high school baseball player to give up his senior season of baseball to get an early start in college like you see some football players do? It's actually interesting that you asked that, Paul, because the guy holding the camera right now is my son, Casey Smith, who in 2009 got wiped out, Bucky, with the draft. And Casey, what did I ask you to do? Graduate early. So the answer to that question is yes. I would not recommend it, though, as a consistent practice, but that's totally individual to the coach and the program that needs the program. But have I done it before? The answer to the question is yes. Those are the questions of the week. Let's get on to the pictures of the week. I love the pictures of the week this week. With opening weekend, you get some fans out at the ballpark. But look at this one here. Braden Brown, Gage Canning, freshman Gage Canning, our right fielder, his nephew, already knows how to do the forks up. I love it there with Sparky. Scott Marks and Colton, all the way from Madisonville, Kentucky. Scotty Marks is a very, very good friend of mine. Very good, very successful baseball coach, and we got to talk to him about. We're in Adidas school now, aren't we, Bucky?
Yeah, he needs an Adidas shirt right away.
Yep, but Scotty Marks. Another family, seems to be the family affair again. Got my niece and nephew, Alexis and Theron Johnson, coming to us from the great state of Indiana. They're in Indianapolis, Indiana, and sporting their gear. You know what? I guess I got to get some gifts out too, because
that one's on you.
Yeah, that one's on me. You. Theron, you got some new gear coming, buddy. Just hang in there with me. This one, another international. It seems we have an international theme. We got Sam, Jeff, and Camelia all the way from the Dominican Republic, Boca Chica, Dominican Republic, which is where we will be taking a little trip next year with the baseball team.
All right, let's do it.
And we got to add a little musical flavor to this one. Popular song, however, it's not Jack and Diane. This one's Matt and Diane from Peoria, and I love it. That is a very aggressive forks up by Matt there. So, well, there you have it, folks. Another edition of Skip Scoop. And be sure to send those pictures in to brendan.cunningham@asu.edu, because those pictures and questions are an important part of the show. We'll see you next week.